Okay, so I received a question today about reporting cryptocurrency. And after having that discussion with the gentleman, I realized why he's concerned about the reporting of cryptocurrency. So I thought I'd make a short video and kind of clarify this because this news is kind of floating around on the internet, and sooner or later it's going to make it to all the small business owners, and it might create some sort of panic or confusion. So let me explain to you what's happening. So what's happened is, let's say if you do business and somebody pays you $11,000, more than $10,000, could be any amount, in cash. What do you need to do? Well, you need to report it on the Form 8300. And if you don't do that, obviously, then there are issues associated with that. Now, how do we see cryptocurrency? Is cryptocurrency cash, or is it a capital asset, or is it IOU, like check? How do we really say it? I think the common consensus among people is that it's an alternative to cash. Now, I'm not saying whether it's cash or not, or whether it has value or not, whether it's has a future value or not, whether it's going to exist tomorrow or not. I'm not going to get into that conversation. That's for you to decide. But from an IRS point of view, it is cash. And IRS wants to tax you just like it taxed anything else. So if you made money, IRS wants their share of it. But what about if somebody did a transaction with you and they paid you, let's say, $11,000 via cryptocurrency? Do you need, if it's equivalent of cash, do you go out there and file the Form 8300 or not? That's where really the question is. So there were some conversations happening around some regulations that are in works right now that yes, you do have to file it, except that IRS has issued a clarification that you don't have to do it just right now. They're working on it. They will probably require that pretty soon, or they might change it a little bit. So who knows what's going to happen? But as of today, so last update was, I think, January 16th, and I haven't seen any new news from IRS since then. Is that's not required. You don't have to file the that Form 8300 to report the cryptocurrency transaction over $10,000. Tomorrow, that could be a different story. I don't know. But as of today, you're not required. But this is where it gets confusing. So what happened was a lot of business owners and even other people, because you know how the news kind of travel and people kind of change it to their convenience, they made it sound like you don't have to report cryptocurrency, which is not true. You still have to report it. So, when you fill out your tax returns, tax return asks you, hey, did you have any cryptocurrency transactions? The answer is yes, you did, and you need to pay taxes on it, or at least report it if you don't have to pay taxes on it. So that requirement hasn't gone. That requirement is still there. So you still need to do that. So don't think that you don't have to do that anymore. So that is still there. You still have to file that. Only thing you don't have to do is report it on Form 8300 because it was over $10,000. Now, don't confuse this with the FBAR requirements, which states that if you had more than $10,000 in any foreign bank accounts combined in any given year at any time, you need to file the FBAR. This is a completely different regulation. So don't try to mix the. So there are three things going on because a lot of people they use cryptocurrency for foreign countries. That's why I thought it's important to bring that up. So FBAR requirement is still there. So if you did any transaction, you still got to report it. Number two, if you did more than $10,000 in cryptocurrency in one transaction, you don't have to report it on 8300. But if you resulted in some sort of capital gain, you made some money out of it, that does need to be reported on your tax return. If you did any transaction related to cryptocurrency, that needs to be disclosed to IRS as well. So all of those rules are still there. So don't get confused, because what's going to happen is if you haven't seen this within the next few weeks, you're going to start to see, because news take time to travel. It makes through it. People are going to send you one of the two things. Number one thing, hey, look, IRS said you don't have to report cryptocurrency. Let's go crazy on cryptocurrency. I can see that happening. It's fake news. That's not what this news means. Number two, you might hear somebody saying, well, you have to report all cryptocurrency transactions on Form 8300. Again, fake news. Both are wrong. So I hope that brings some clarification. So those of you guys who are doing business in cryptocurrencies, that will make you feel a little bit comfortable. What you do need to do in month of January is file your 1099s, so that are due. And if you don't file those and you pay somebody more than $600, you could be penalized anywhere between $60 to 600 plus, depending upon how delayed you are in filing those. And it's per 1099. So please do take care of that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go on my YouTube channel and just search for 1099s, and that'll give you better understanding as to what I'm discussing here. Number two, information report with your state that might be coming due, I think in February or March, depending upon what state you are in. So take a look at when is those reports are due. You might have to file those. So take care of those. And prepare your tax documents. Just right now, by the end of January, I expect to see all my business tax documents in the office, so that way we can start working on preparing your business tax return. So those are the three things that are due. As far as appointments are concerned, Sanjeev Gupta CPA, he's out of town right now. He'll be back next week. So some of you might be watching it in future. Today is January 25th, 2024. So, just in case, I know once I make the video, it's going to live there forever. So who knows? I don't want to confuse anyone. And so you go, why are you telling people that I'm out of town? He's only out of town this week. He'll be back next week. So if you want to set up an appointment with him, go to sanjeevcpa.com or call the office and we'll get that taken care of you. Some of you guys who are small business owners, or maybe you're not in Bay Area, you're anywhere else in the United States, like Houston, Dallas, Texas, North Carolina, New Jersey, New York, Chicago, then go to Tax Code Advisors or just ping me on WhatsApp and then let's talk. So as far as events are concerned, we have a live event coming up in Milpitas, California on February 24th. You can register for that one on sanjeevcpa.com. So that's coming up. We have a financial outlook call that's going to be happening next Friday. So you can register for that one. And we will have a real estate outlook call that's coming up in the month of February as well. So those are some of the events that are happening. And then once again, if you want to reach out to me, if you want to organize an event in your area, you're welcome to definitely connect with me. If you want me to speak at your event, if I can help somebody save on taxes, help them grow their business, don't be a stranger. Just reach out to me. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to talk. All right. Thank you so much. I'll look forward to talking to you very, very soon.